little debate last week. Can't say it was my best performance. But ever since then, there's been a lot of speculation. What's Joe going to do? Is he going to stay in the race? Well, here's my answer. I am running and going to win again.
No! Oh! Oh! Oh!
So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. It's the best way to unite our nation.
The president, in a tweet just announcing that he is offering his full support and endorsement for Kamala Harris to be the nominee of the party. He said, my very first decision as the party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president, and it's been the best decision I've made.
And we should always find times to express how we feel about the moment that is a reflection of joy, because, you know, it comes in the morning.
Well, everyone, there are days like today where I'm telling you, it feels like everything is one big horror movie. Unbelievable with the amount of things going on right now. In fact, I cannot tell you, I've tried so many times to sit at this desk and record a video for you folks. And then next thing I know, the next piece of news comes out and I'm just like, oh, what do I do with the old one? Oh my gosh, you've got to keep your head on a swivel. It's nuts, and I don't know how everybody does it. Please pray for me. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the stories and everything that's come across my desk that I can, or just it's sort of gotten slipped by. We're just going to throw it all into one here, folks. So, all right, let's start off with this little piece of news. Huma Abedin and Alex Soros get engaged. Now, folks, this is the craziest piece of news. Hopefully you know who Huma Abedin is. For those who don't, she was an aide to Hillary Clinton at one time. She was also married to Anthony Weiner, who got busted in New York City. Go do your research on that. But there's a deep, dark story behind this woman. And, well, apparently she has been dating or whatever the son of known America hater, George Soros. So they're engaged. So that's a match made in hell for sure. Who knows where that can go? It could be just a non-issue. Next piece of news, and I don't know if people have seen this. And of course, you know, we had the whole Trump assassination attempt thing go. It came and went. And look at the news now. Everything is you're blinded by all this Kamala Harris stuff here. And I got to be careful now, apparently, about what I say about this person. So let's just call her the cackler, cackling hyena. The piece of news that I found very interesting here is the Biden stepping down video. Have anybody looked at this very carefully? Now, for those of you who don't know, my business here, I do high-end corporate and commercial videography here. So I kind of know the tricks and things and all that's going on with a lot of video production. Well, look, if you look at this video, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it's pretty questionable. And I don't know if it was, let's just say computers are getting really tricky now. They're getting really good at what they're doing. And let's leave it at that, because, again, I do not want to touch that one too much. Otherwise, you'll never see me again here. Anyway, if you want to see that video, I'm going to have a link below in the description going to another place, and you can look at it for yourself and make up your own mind about what you think about that one. So it really begs the question of who is running the country. I don't know. I don't know who's running the U.S. This is the craziest thing that's going on. In fact, if you really start paying attention, where it's like, okay, well, who's gonna be the next nominee? Look, if you start connecting the dots, and I think places like Redacted and some other places did some really good job at connecting the dots about how this was all orchestrated and how it pretty much became, this is like a coup, and they have circumvented the whole democratic process. I mean, the timing of everything is Yeah, scary at best. It's absolutely cuckoo. How many people are watching? I am, but a lot of people are not, and they just think that this is all normal. It's not normal. I'm telling you right now. So everybody, this is what's baffling to me is that on mainstream media, they're putting the hyena first and saying that this person is going to be the next, this is going to be the person. And of course, this sets up the stage for who is going to be the VP choice. That's a scary proposition as well. That's where everybody's leaning, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think it's going to be the hyena. I think it's going to be. This is my prediction. This is it. This is my announcement. This is what I think is going to actually happen. Is that when it comes to the convention here in a few weeks, I think who it's going to be is actually Big Mike. And I've maintained that, and I think what it comes down to is the deep state has to keep people real close to the vest here. So what better way than to put the closest person in office as the puppet to do whatever bidding needs to be done to basically put the last nail in the coffin for the United States. That's where I see all of this going. You've heard it here. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely crazy. I could be absolutely wrong about this. And look, at the end of the day, really, it comes down to God is going to be the one. He knows what's happening and who's going to be in office. Don't worry about this kind of stuff. But I'm just saying, oh my gosh, really, it's like get your popcorn. Let me throw this one out to you too, because again, this is just another one of those things where everybody keeps throwing stuff at me, and I'm sure I'm even going to miss things. This one was sent to me this morning. This is a very interesting piece of news, and again, this one came from apparently Robert F. Kennedy was the one who tweeted this. I think is where it came from. The HHS Secretary Becerra just issued a PrEP Act declaration for bird flu. Great. This allows the FDA commissioner to issue EUAs for bird flu vaccines with no liability. The U.S. government has ordered 4.8 million doses of bird flu from the CSL Seqirus company. So what? You can order diseases like Amazon right now? Apparently so. So keep your head on the swivel for that one. In fact, I'll just tell you this much, and this is a true firsthand story. I have a friend of mine down in Melbourne who is part of the construction industry down there, and he got a call from somebody in country Victoria, basically outside of Melbourne, from a chicken farm, and they wanted delivery of some supplies. And he asked them, well, what are you doing there on the chicken farm? Oh, we're destroying the birds. And this is where things got very interesting. Apparently, the government of Victoria told them, you know how birds are in cages and things like that, and what do you do with the poo? Well, there's all, cardboard that's on the bottom of all of these cages. Well, the normal thing, to destroy the birds is they burn the birds. And they asked the government, hey, it's okay that we're going to burn the cardboard, right? Because, of course, that's what you do with the disease. That's the only thing that's going to kill a disease at best. They were told, no, you need to recycle the cardboard. Does that make sense, folks? I mean, this is the kind of cuckoo-ness that's going on here. So it's really not about any sort of disease at all. Not when I hear this kind of stuff. Again, you're not. This is a standard protocol for dealing with any sort of disease. So what are they setting up? Here we go again. Oh my gosh. That's just that stuff over there. I haven't even touched on the stuff that's talking from a more practical sense, where, really what it comes down to for most people, putting food on the table and a roof over their head. And has that gotten really difficult in the last 3 years? I would say so. Well, that's on purpose. I mean, there's no other way to say it, because either you've got to be the biggest idiot in the world to do some of the things that these people have. And that's entirely possible. I've seen some crazy stuff happen that is incredibly questionable. But The other side of that is the only other explanation is it's done on purpose. And let's go with that one, because really what's happening, and this is why I just want you to see this snapshot from a practical sense. If you haven't been watching, folks, we've got some serious things on the horizon, and I'm expecting probably in December, this is all going to hit. It's already happening now. You've got massive amount of bank failures. You've got commercial real estate failing as well. These are all indicators, just like it was in 2008. And I should know because I lost a whole ton of stuff. I lost my life in 2008. Thank you, God. There's many great steps that God has delivered me along the way. However, there are a lot of indicators right now that, folks, I think it's going to be way worse, if you can believe it, than 2008. Another indicator that you need to be looking at too is gold and silver prices. They're at all-time highs, and that's no accident. And typically, it's not that the actual value of gold and silver it's worth more. It's the fact that the value of the dollar itself has declined, so it just takes more dollars to buy that same piece of metal. So I would encourage everybody, if you haven't already, I've been doing it myself. Get your hands on the real stuff if you can. Folks, all it does is it really kind of just hedges a bet against inflation is what that does. So basically, you're setting money aside for a rainy day. So when you need to tap into it, then you can cash it in and get something for it and maybe put some food on the table. That's the idea. The other practical thing I'll tell you too, get out of debt if you can. Credit card debts. In fact, a lot of people now, it's gotten so crazy where I know people are starting to, they're buying food and everything with credit cards. This is bad. I mean, they're expecting for way more credit card defaults happening right now. And all the financial people that I follow online, they're saying the same thing. I mean, this is where this is all coming from. I'm just giving it to you on a different platform. And of course, what this is really going to come down to, folks, is I think we all need to get ready for different lifestyle changes. Think about 2008. If it was a hard time for you, I mean, what kind of things did you change? Stop buying your $5 coffees. Go to drip coffee or something like that. Stop drinking Monster drinks. Stop consuming. Which again, that causes that's a double-edged sword because of course that causes the economy to contract as well. So that's the other side of it. But folks, if you were smart enough to start getting money, putting money on the sidelines, get ready because this might be your moment. And the fact of the matter is people are going to be making money during the time when it gets absolutely crazy. It's a matter of just kind of making sure that you're ready for it. Yeah. Hey, trust me, folks. I drive a 2005 Mazda. It's paid off. Good car. We're all good. I don't need a new car. So why am I telling you all of the craziness going on? I mean, maybe that's why you tune in to me and some of the other people who talk about this sort of thing. Folks, it's just to kind of keep your eyes open to all this nuttiness going on. This really is, dare I say it, and I know it sounds so flippant. It's expected. It really is. Basically the evil powers that are in this world, they have put their foot to the floor with the gas pedal, and they are going full steam ahead as much as they can. But I'm gonna keep defaulting back to this point. But God. In fact, I was even reading something in Matthew 24. Again, I keep going back to that passage, but it talks about how even towards the end, people who are not grounded in Christ, they will give up the faith. I would encourage all of you, press into God, because look, he's the one who provides at the end of the day. He's the one who gives you your money, and he will find a way for you to get through whatever you might be getting through. And it probably will not look like what you think it's going to be, but that doesn't mean he doesn't love you and he doesn't care about you to provide for you. Just all I'm saying about that is kind of, you might have to readjust your thinking a little bit. And so that's it. And folks, that's kind of all I have for you today. I mean, it's a lot of crazy stuff. Folks, no, this all comes from, reading my Bible. In fact, what's even crazy about all of this is that this is starting to align with the black horse of Revelation, where it talks about, just a massive economical collapse of the world. And of course, what that lends itself to is one person, and we all know who he is, one person will come in and save the day for everyone. But man, that guy is a liar, as it's spoken of in Revelation. And that's not who you put your faith in. Oh, before I forget even to, please pray for me. Pray for me too. Because I have started a new financial venture here. And if this thing works, and it's a whole long story, and if it takes off, I'm going to tell you, because there's a real God story behind that. But if this whole thing takes off, I hope it does, it's going to give me the ability to do way more videos and focus on this channel a lot more, as opposed to the business and keeping food on the table. Pray for me on that one. That's it, folks. Thank you all so much, and I hope to see you all next time.